Oh Jesus, not again. You know, guess what I've done? That's the train. This is my train. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's 6:30 in the morning and I'm heading to Cardiff. It's a long old journey. It's almost 4 hours and I have to change at crew. All this to get a Rolex Daytona. Is it worth it? Absolutely. What I'm going to try and do is blog the whole experience so you guys can come along on this journey with me. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and some popcorn, and I hope you enjoy this experience as much as I will have. I always have an extra shot with a large coffee. When he gave me the bill, I thought, ooh, times must be tough. And no, times aren't tough. He gave me 4 extra shots in a large cappuccino, which basically means I had 6 shots of caffeine at the start of my journey. Hey, here we go, buddy. Keep the flag flying. I have managed to get the correct train, and lucky for me, I managed to snag myself a table with a working PowerPoint. I hope you can hear me, guys. So why travel all the way to Cardiff to get a watch that I could have got in Kendal over the weekend? It's purely because it's the same watch and I'm getting the watch at an amazing deal. The watch that I'm going to collect is a 2024 Rolex Daytona, and I've been led to believe it's unworn. And when you consider the 2025 also is unworn, which just isn't possible, guys. You got to think that watch has been at Rolex AD, and every man and his dog has tried it on. And when it was purchased by the original purchaser, he would have tried it on, and after they sized the watch, he would have worn the watch out of the shop, worn it home, probably worn it out for dinner. So to say the watch is unworn is just not correct. Also, while the watch is in the possession of the grey market dealer, he's trying the watch on. Clients are coming in, and because it's not their watch, they're not going to treat it with any due respect. I know when I was in Kendal and I was trying on their Daytona, because it wasn't mine, I wasn't too worried about it. Also, the grey market dealer in Kendal, what he was doing was he was placing the watch flat on the bracelet, and I know a lot of people don't like that. I place it on the crown sideways to protect the watch, and other people place it the opposite way. I've been told the best way to place the watch is on the crown. So again, I'm going to look at 2 exactly the same watches. One's got a 2024 card, one's got a 2025 card, both unworn. The difference is money, guys. The 2024 is £1,100 less. In 2 years' time, it won't make any difference to the value of the watch, whether it's a 2024 or whether it's a 2025. The smart money is, if the 2024 is as described, is go ahead and get that watch. It's £7,050 more than you pay at an AD, and the reason I'm forced into buying this from the grey market is they just won't sell me the watch. And it doesn't matter if I'm a dickhead or not, it's about money, guys. If you want this watch I'd be lucky to get 4 grand back for tomorrow. So this brand new Panerai, I lost 3 grand out the door. So it's really not about spending 21 grand on a watch. It's about moving your money into this watch, enjoying it, and knowing if you ever got into trouble, you can get a lot of your money back on the watch. And that's the reason why I'm getting this watch. It's also my GRAIL watch, and it's a nice looking watch. And for those of you that are looking for a good deal, that's what I've done. I've got the best deal possible in 2025 for this watch, and I've been googling it and I haven't seen one cheaper anywhere. Now that the watch market is down, you can take advantage of the lull in the market by getting a watch that was A, impossible to get, and B, too expensive to buy on the grey market 2 years ago. What you need to factor in as well is you could buy this watch from Rolex on the CPO scheme, but this particular model is the latest version and it will not be available on the CPO scheme for another 2 years. Now Rolex has moved the CPO scheme down to 2 years, which means it will be available in a year. It just depends on your AD. But they're going to be selling the watch at a minimum 30,000, which is bananas. The CPO scheme is operating on average 20% more than the grey market, which is just bananas. Don't buy a watch on the CPO scheme unless you have more money than sense. I have a theory on why the Daytonas are so cheap at the moment, and trust me, 22k for a 2025 Rolex Daytona is cheap, guys. Rolex sends watches out in batches, and they're probably sending a batch of black Daytonas out to all the ADs, and that's why there's a glut in the market. Loads of people have waited years for this watch and they literally can't afford the watch with whatever's happened in their lives, but what they can do is take it and immediately flip it. The unfortunate for them is that they're not going to make the money that they thought they were going to make, but still, 6.5 to 7,000 profit from going to pick up a watch to flipping it is a hell of a lot of money, and not really a hard day's work, is it, guys? So the temptation is great out there to flip these watches, and because they're so desperate for the money, they're taking lower offers. So this is the time to buy your GRAIL watch. There may be in future months less coming out of the ADs, because like I said, they come out in batches. So 1 month you'll see tons and tons of Batgirls, next month you'll see tons and tons of Pepsis, and then suddenly nothing. So I'm definitely in the right place in the right time to buy this GRAIL watch. Another question that keeps coming up is how can you afford these watches? It's simple. I do a 1 in 1 out. As this is a big purchase, I am doing this 3 out 1 in. I've already sold my Black Bay 41 to a subscriber and my Polar Explorer to a subscriber. That's brought me back 10 grand. I just need to sell 1 more watch and I'm net even. So if you adopt the same process, 1 in 1 out, you can move your money around. But again, none of these watches were available at these prices even a year ago. I remember when the Daytona first came out, the new version, it was impossible to get, and they were trading in excess of 30k. So now I've got to get the train from Crewe to Cardiff Central. There's a stopover of about 20 minutes, guys, so let's see what I can get up to in Crewe. Jesus, not again. You know, guess what I've done? That's the train. This is my train to Cardiff Central, and I've only gone and missed it. I missed another bloody train. What the hell am I going to do? I've got an appointment and I can't be late. This is becoming a habit, this is. I was relieved to find out that there's a train every 20 to 30 minutes going to Cardiff, so I have managed to get on another train, and because I have an open return ticket, it's not cost me any additional money. If you're travelling by public transport, you are better off getting an open return, because if you have booked seats and booked tickets and you miss your train, you will have to pay again. Lee has just messaged me the name for the Uber driver. I believe his name is Mahmood. He's going to be picking me up and taking me to Watches of the Vale. It's a part of the service, I believe, but you have to go to the rear entrance, because that's where the Ubers can pick you up from, not the front entrance. That's what he's told me. I don't know where the rear entrance is, but I'm sure somebody will tell me. It's bloody raining though. Why is it always bloody raining? Sorry. Excuse me, mate. I know you don't work here, but you don't know where the rear entrance is, do you? The rear exit.
Yeah, well, you have to.
I need to get an Uber, and I got told go out the rear exit, not the front.
Go right.
Downstairs, go right.
Downstairs, go right. I'll park outside.
Thanks very much. Thank you. So you go down the stairs and you turn right apparently, and then this is the rear entrance. I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know where the bloody hell I am. I'm assuming I'm on the right track. Just had some joker hold his hand up copying me. There's only one Brenny. There's only one guy mad enough to walk around with a fucking handheld camera. Right, so that's the exit. So I've got to switch to my phone to show them my ticket. I've got to turn the phone off to show them my ticket. Hi guys, so this is the rear entrance to Cardiff Central Station. If you want to get picked up, this is where you need to be. I'm sad to say Mahmood cancelled. He let Brenny down at the last minute, but there's now another Uber on the way and I'm just waiting to get picked up. Right, this is the taxi. Ahmed?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? It's not rained for 3.5 weeks.
Is it?
Yeah, where I'm from, it's not rained for 3.5 weeks.
That's cool.
I can't say on camera.
Oh, okay.
Social media's a bugger, isn't it? You can't say nothing, otherwise people will find you. Right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Mohammed, you have a lovely day now, yeah? So I've now arrived in Cardiff's city centre. Looks same as any other city centre. the big reveal. Which Daytona did I buy? Listen guys, it was a no-brainer. As you can see, that's the old box, which means I went for the 2024. It was unworn and unsized. I couldn't see a mark on the watch, and I thought this is too good to be true. I did see the 2025, but Lee assured me that is not unworn. I mentioned, was this watch polished? And he said, not to his knowledge. It came straight from the AD to the original buyer, who then sold it to Lee after a couple of months. And this guy has quite a high purchase history. I am going to take Lee as his word that this watch has only had 2 owners, and I am now its permanent owner. This watch is a permanent addition to my collection. There is absolutely no point in spending $7,000 above MSRP to get a watch and not wear it, and that's what I'm clearly doing in this video. I sized it myself, and when I got home I immediately resized it to fit my wrist even better. This watch is a stunning addition to my collection, but you guys need to be aware of this. There is no way that this watch is worth £20,000. However, if you want one, you sometimes have to pay the premium, and that's just the way of the world, guys. While I was there, I filmed some of Lee's current stock. He is selling watches like hotcakes, and he asked me to ask anybody who wants to sell a watch, please reach out to him ASAP. He can't get enough watches for customers. There it is, guys. That's the 2025 Rolex Daytona, and it had already sold by the time I had arrived. That is a very good price for a Yachtmaster, and that is an older model Explorer Polar. It's not the new version, guys, even though it does look like it. It doesn't have the crown between the logos. And again, another Rolex. Listen guys, I'm not here to sell watches for Lee. I just wanted to say I had a good experience, and if you want to get yourself a watch, contact Watches of the Vale, Cardiff. Well, it's raining really bad, and I'm not going to hang around a city that's teeming down with rain, so I'm going to head straight back. That's the train station there, and I'm just going to jump back on the first train back home. Very good experience, and Lee organised me an Uber to his place and an Uber to drop me off. So yeah, definitely a good experience shopping at Watches of the Vale in Cardiff. In all honesty guys, you don't want to be walking around with 2 luxury wristwatches, you know, a Rolex Daytona and a Panerai in a strange town. You're better off getting the watch and getting your ass back on the train and getting home. We could definitely do a video of Rennie went to Cardiff and left. Or we could do a video, Rennie went to Cardiff to pick up a Rolex and left after he collected the Rolex. Or we could do another video, Rennie went to Cardiff and left because it was bloody raining. Train and I'm heading back. There's no point in hanging around in a strange town wearing a luxurious watch and another luxurious watch. Just get the deal done get on the first train home and keep life simple. No sightseeing. Well, there you have it, guys. I am now on the train back with my Daytona and it was a very good experience. Lee organised an Uber to pick me up from the train station. He then sent me a picture of where to go, and then I did the deal. Was very happy with everything, had a good look at the watch, and the other watch is already sold, believe it or not. So the 2025 has sold, and Brenny got it wrong. The 2025 was worn. My 2024 was unworn, unsized, mint condition. Super happy, and it is no longer unworn. I personally removed the first link. I normally always do, and when I get home I'll do one more adjustment on the clasp because it's still a tiny bit loose on the wrist, but it still wears exactly the same as my Yachtmaster, so I know it's a quick fix once I get home. The experience was seamless, flawless, and with the weather being so bad, I just thought, you know what, you know, you've got a couple of grand's worth of watches on your wrist. It's a strange place. To you, it's raining, and get out. And there are trains leaving Cardiff on the hour. I arrived at the station, literally had to wait 15 minutes, and now I'm on the train. It's going to be 7 hours traveling, but it's easy. You just sit on the train and you drink your coffee and you do a bit of blogging. It's really odd though, guys. It's a bit like when I got my Snoopy. The Snoopy is not worth £10,000, and yet that's what it cost. This Daytona cost me £20,000, and it just feels not like it's worth it because it's stainless steel. It's the price you have to pay if you want a super hot watch that you will never get offered from an AD. How you doing, mate?
How you doing, mate? You okay?
Can you come back in a minute because the ticket's on there, but I've definitely got one.
No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. So yeah, fantastic experience, and I just want to say that the staff at the stations are all really polite because I literally don't know where I am, and even when I missed my train up, I was able to get another train. So yeah, very good experience. Highly recommend Watches of the Vale and Lee. He's mega busy though. He does not need me to recommend his company. He is selling watch after watch after watch, and he asked me to ask you guys if you had any watches that you wanted to get rid of, you wanted to sell, he'll buy them. Simple as that. He is desperate for stock. I really don't know what else to say. This is my channel. I blog what I want, I say what I want, and to all you naysayers in the subscriber base or the non-subscribers, you know, how'd you like them apples? Okay guys, well I am back in Crewe. I have got one more train to catch before I get home, and hopefully I won't miss this one. It's now 3:30 and I started this journey at 6:30 this morning. I won't be home till about 7 o'clock, but it's definitely been worth it, guys. It's definitely been worth it because Brenny has got his new watch, his new Rolex Daytona. Mission accomplished. Again, many thanks to you, Lee. It's a stunning watch, it's as described, and you've got one very happy customer. For those of you who are interested, I actually successfully managed to get on the last train home, and I didn't miss it this time. Again, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you on the next Brenny video.